This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out of It. Welcome back, everyone. They Mostly Come Out at Night. It's Will and Alex. We're ready to go.
We are ready to get back into it.
Our first Van Damme, first of many. But before we get into that, please go like, comment, subscribe. We do recommendations every 5 episodes. So
just did one for you.
Boy,
we just did Carnival Magic.
It was a doozy. It was that was quite the adventure.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot. Anyway, if you do want to recommend stuff, we will take a look at it. We'll get it on the list. Don't worry if you have recommended stuff. We are getting to it.
Yeah.
We just have quite a long list of things we have to get to. So we are taking a look at all the movies you're requesting, and don't you worry, we will get to them. But for now, let's get to our first and probably one of the worst Van Damme movies, in my opinion. Not his fault.
This movie's it's an interesting interesting discussion.
It is
this one because there's two Van Damme movies. The discerning film viewer may be aware.
I mean, if you know Van Damme and you know 89, you know there's another movie
which may or may not be on the podcast, hint, hint.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the ugly, abandoned stepchild.
This is definitely the weaker of the 2 movies that he did.
Especially of the entire early, section of his career. This really has the stench.
I think it's just... There's so much that could have gone right, and there is quite a bit that you're like, oh, that's kind of a cool shot. That's, that could be cool. And, it's kind of sad when you're watching a movie and, you're getting kind of into it, and it looks really cool. There's no dialogue. There's just stuff happening. And then they start talking, and you're just like, oh, that's right. Okay. Now, I remember what movie I was watching.
So the thing with this movie is I remember this because of ages ago.
Yeah.
When I was first getting into movies and I was looking at movies and all this stuff, and I remember this guy, Albert Pune, I think is how his name is pronounced. And I remember he would always pop up as people saying, wow, this dude is the worst director on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we've seen 300 plus movies on this podcast.
Some of the shittiest movies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Not even close. He's not even close to the worst filmmaker I've ever seen in my life, but he always popped up in that discourse. And he directed this movie, and he's directed lots and lots and lots of bad movies. Every now and then,
there's a few diamonds.
Every now and then he pulls off a fun one.
Yeah.
But I remember this would always come up, and he would always come up, and when I watched this ages ago, I was just, even as a younger, dumber person, I was like, something's off.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can immediately tell, right? It has that, you said, perfect description is, it has that stench to it, right?
Yeah.
Because it
might be our problem because we are nerds, and we've seen thousands of movies in our lifetime.
Yeah,
and we're kind of more seasoned.
Well, I mean, it's
to the stench.
Too, but there's just the way it's shot and the way they set up their sets. There's just something uncanny.
Every single supporting actor is a big one.
Yes,
really big one.
Well, and there's just something kind of uncanny about it. I don't know.
Big one. This is a big one.
Yeah.
And for most people, this would be immediate game breaker, right?
Right.
The title.
Yeah, Cyborg?
Because, so you see this title, right?
You mean the cyborg that's barely in it?
Right. But you see the title, see the poster, see the title. You know, okay, Van Damme.
Like Van Damme, he's doing the fucking arm pump, and he's looking all swollen.
One of the posters is him with like a gun. It's like that tube gun or whatever.
I'm sorry, the guns are fucking stupid, too.
Well, he barely uses them.
I mean, like, they're like basically dart guns, and they're fucking dumb as shit.
He barely uses them.
I know, but they look like machine guns. It's just a small nitpick. It's not what the main problem I have with the movie.
Because
the guns are dumb.
When you see the gun, you're like, oh, it's going to be like a fucking big fucking gun, and then he shoots, it's like a dart gun, whatever. Yeah. But you see that poster, you see everything, and you're like, okay, so Van Damme's a cyborg, right? You watch the movie, no.
Wrongo.
And then second thought, okay, the bad guy is a cyborg, right?
Wrongo.
He's got blue eyes and shit.
They make a point to always show his blue eyes. Now, again, I was getting a little annoyed by the end because I had watched this movie like way back when, right? I was like probably like 19 or 18 when I watched this movie for the first time. And I did think it was dumb then, but like I had forgotten every time he like kills someone, he takes off his fucking sunglasses to show his blue eyes, and I'm like, why are we doing this? He's not like a Bond villain. He's not like...
I don't know.
He's not... It's like he's not a cyborg. Why do we have to see his beautiful blue eyes? We have to gaze into his beautiful blue...
He's got blue contacts.
His blue ocean eyes. Every single time we fucking have to see him kill someone, he just shows off how pretty his eyes are.
Flavor.
I have blue contacts.
Flavor. So this is a rambler. The basic plot line, the basic overview of this movie
It has to be a rambler because, like, honestly, the plot is so simple and they don't do anything with it.
The titular cyborg is a woman. This movie it's set in the future. It's a post-apocalypse.
Yes.
It is a woman who has the cure for the plague, like uploaded. It's like it's uploaded into her cyborg brain or whatever.
I'm just gonna put the fries in the bag now. They never ever fucking show you how she has the cure for the plague.
They show them building the cyborg, or turning her into a cyborg.
Okay, yes,
but that's it.
But why the fuck would she have the cure if she's a cyborg? And where is it? And
it's
what
in her
is
head.
it?
It's a formula.
It's just fucking stupid.
E equals MC squared.
It's just fucking stupid.
No. So
they never explain how she is going to save humanity.
She's got the formula.
She just has something in her.
Because it's like a basic post-apocalypse plot where you have a character who knows the secret super formula that's going to save the planet, but only they know it, right? So what they did with this movie...
Would that technically be a MacGuffin?
Yeah.
It's
MacGuffin's
like
in their brain.
Yeah.
But what this movie did is...
They don't reveal the MacGuffin.
But what this movie did is they took it to the next level where, it's not a person who memorized the formula. It's a cyborg. So they put it in her head. You get one scene where she reveals that she's a cyborg. I'll get to that scene later because I have a slight nitpick with it. But but she reveals that our bad guy, who's named Fender, takes her, and he's like, because he wants the cure. He wants to control the planet. He'll be a god.
Because he can be like a god because he can control the distribution of the cure.
So he is going with her to Atlanta where there is a lab, and Van Damme, he's got history with Fender, so he follows him along.
Well, also,
and it leads to a showdown. That's the movie.
Also, we have a woman with Van Damme for no reason whatsoever, just out of the goodness of her heart, decides
I want
to save the world too, and is like, I'm coming along, and she's the one who convinces Van Damme to go, finally go. But she has no stake in the game. She doesn't know this cyborg. She doesn't know anyone that is following this cyborg. She has no idea who the members of the gang are. She has no family affiliation to any of them. She just literally is just like, I'm bored.
She
Let's go save the world.
The evil gang kill people, and she hides, and that's it. And because of that, she's like, they gotta be stopped. These bad guys.
It's just... It's just there's very extremely little character development in this movie.
No, that's
virtually none. There is a little bit because Van Damme is convinced to go
the little character development we have is his backstory.
Yes.
With the bad guy, But my big beef, that scene where she reveals she's a cyborg, and that scene is a big one where it, like, the uncanny, like, stink rises up. Because, I don't know, something about how it's shot, it's like she's talking and she's explaining what's going on, and she has, like all the supporting cast in this movie is just, like, flat.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, I have the cure.
Look,
I'm a cyborg.
Look, I'm a cyborg, and she takes her hair off,
and it's like, but that scene is like, it's like a fake,
because it's like it wipes to like an animatronic,
yeah.
Right? Now, any other movie, and this is my big bitch with it, right? Any other movie, any other director knows that like there is something about, and I love practical effects, so don't get me wrong on this. Any other director knows that it kind of looks unrealistic, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to kind of find ways to conceal the fact that it is an animatronic, right? Because it has like bulging eyes and like the mouth moves really weird because it's a robot, right?
And the background's off.
Yeah, because they're literally controlling
it,
right? Because you have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why they couldn't have just used prosthetics and like made her head look like a fucking chrome dome, I don't know. But anyway,
well, because there's that shot where she shows the back of her head, and it's like, you know, gadgets and doodads in the back of her head.
But the problem is when the bad guys show up, it's the animatronic at that point, right? Yeah. Very clearly so.
Well,
but
there's
it's in,
also
like, broad fucking daylight, and they don't like find any way to conceal the fact that it's.
Well, there's also, I don't know if you want to call it continuity or what, because when the bad guys show up, they show up, and Van Damme like runs off, and he like throws her down to like hide, and you see like a shot of like not the animatronic like hitting a pillow, and then the bad guys show up, and suddenly she is like standing straight up, like she's not like on the pillow that he threw her on or whatever. She's just standing straight up and just staring at them like blank, and it's kind of like something about like in your brain you're just like, this is not right. And it's also when she's explaining the plot to him and she reveals that she's a cyborg, it's just that thing of like, she's talking and she reveals she's a cyborg and he's like looking at her, but it looks like the shot of him reacting is like, it's like not the right shot.
Well, also like that combined with the fact that they didn't hide the fact that she was an animatronic because they don't do anything to conceal.
Yeah,
because she has like the big bulging eyes, not blinking correctly, the mouth's all moving fucking weird, the lips look fake as hell.
Yeah,
like it's not a bad animatronic. The problem is you're not concealing it in like shadows and making it look like an actual human. It clearly is an animatronic robot that they're fucking for no reason, mind you, because they don't bash her head in or anything like that.
You never see this. The only other time you see the animatronic
is when she's getting the operation.
Is when they're building her and you see it for like 5 seconds. Other than that, never again.
I for the life of me cannot fucking understand why they even had that animatronic shown right there. It's just, it's that stench. Like you said, it's like any other director would be like, no, we don't really need an animatronic for this scene because they're just capturing her.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Like they're not bashing her head in. They're not like tearing her like torso out. They're not doing anything like that, right? They're the animatronic literally just looks up and then the scene ends. Like that is it. And I don't get it.
It's in there because the movie's called Cyborg. That's it.
And I mean, I get it, but I don't know. It's just like little decisions like that just kind of break the immersion. Yeah.
Well, even when like the very first scene, not counting the narration, because I do love the narration in the beginning. It's deeply goofy. Yeah. But I do love the narration in the very beginning where it's the bad guy Fender describing like how the world collapsed. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, and there's a cure being made. And then he's like, why? I like the world. I like the misery.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like that's fun. But then it cuts to like our cyborg lady and a guy running away. And immediately, as soon as this guy opens his mouth, it's like, you just like, immersion broken. And then when he's like captured later by the bad guys, he's like explaining how he like, why he needs to like get her to Atlanta. And it's just the acting.
Well,
man,
and
oh man, oh man.
And if you, for some reason, are one of those people that needs to have their hand held and reminded constantly why they're going to Atlanta,
why they're doing this,
and who the android is and what the android has, don't you worry. They mention it like a billion fucking times. When she's trying to convince him, it's literally like a kid trying to convince their parent that they want something, where they just keep repeating that they want it and hoping for a different reaction. Because that's all she does with Van Damme. Is she just
doesn't take much.
She literally, and I mean, he bends almost immediately. They like almost have sex, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm good. Let's fucking save the world."
Yeah,
and like that's it. Like, but she mentions it ad nauseum. You don't want to save the world. You don't want to help this android with this cure.
You get maybe 5 minutes of movie where he's like, nah, fuck the world. Maybe 5 minutes of movie.
Well, and it's like any other it's not fair to compare this to other movies, but any other director would be like, okay, we need to have him like a little bit more nihilistic for a little bit longer before he finds his faith in humanity again.
Yeah, before he cares about saving the world.
Because there has to be that tension of like, will he, won't he, right?
Yeah.
Like there has to be something there, but there just isn't. It's just, it's like amateur hour because they just don't understand, like who. And the director wrote the script, but under a pseudonym.
Kitty Chalmers.
Which is hilarious.
When you see that name, Kitty Chalmers, you're like, that's not a real name.
That's not a real name. And it's not. It's just a thing of where it's like, you have to write a script where it makes sense why these characters are doing the things they're doing. And it's compelling, right? But this is not compelling at all. It's just like mentioning why they're saving the world multiple times. And then he's like, fine. I'll do it. Yeah,
the thing that happens, like the one thing that happens is he talks to this guy at this like bar outpost who kind of tells him like, basically, you know, he gives him like the classic, you know, video game speech of like, you have to like, there's still good things in the world.
Remember what you're like lifting your knife up for, because there's a lot of knife sharpening in this movie too.
Like basically, like there's still things worth living for.
Yeah,
and immediately after that, there's like a kid playing with a ball, and some dickhead like steals it from the kid, and Van Damme knocks him out and gives the ball back to the kid. And it's like, and after that, he's just like, you know what? Save the world. We're going.
I'll be honest, I hate that beach scene where he's like, we gotta wait for Fender's ship, right? So then they're waiting on a bonfire, and then like again, she like kind of like almost like she
propositions herself.
Yeah, and he's like, no, whatever, and then they go to sleep, and he has a nightmare about like what happened
to his previous family.
His previous family, because you know they have to make him younger, so they give him bangs in the flashback. And but I hate the scene because he like wakes up out of a nightmare, and he's just on the beach with binoculars, right? And they're like, oh, it's Fender's ship, and it shows like a millisecond of the ship, and then all of a sudden they're at the docks, and they know exactly where the boat went, and I'm just like, what? There was it's just a leap of like they just
don't forget they get to that scene, they see the ship at the docks, and then they look, and then like it's like a abandoned factory or something. And you just see like two bozos wandering away, the opposite direction.
Yep.
So they get there right at the perfect time to see them wandering into this abandoned factory.
It's so stupid because they just leap. They just leap over to it. They're just like, okay, he's on a ship. We're looking for the ship. They see the ship. It's immediately cut to them at the docks, and then they find the warehouse.
And, you know, the discerning viewer might be like, well, how the fuck did they know where the hell they would dock?
Well, also, how the fuck did
East Coast of America is pretty big.
How the fuck did he know where the boat was going? Like, they stole the boat, like, ages ago at this point. How the fuck did he know? Because they, like, knocked him out into a pile of rubble.
He's an expert slinger.
There's just
That's what his occupation
there's
is.
no like rhyme or reason to anything that happens. It just happens. It just
Has to happen.
it's just convenient, and it's and nothing pisses me off more than an action movie where they use too much convenience.
Oh, there's a lot.
Where they just hop to like the next scene and they're just like, just accept that they knew where it was, and it's like, but like you could explain it too. You've been over explaining the plot this whole time. Why can't you explain why they got to there?
Oh, there's a lot of convenience.
There is a ton. The scene, the dream sequence, like the family sequence. I don't know why. I can't get over the fact that the woman that is supposed to be like the mother of those two children,
Who are like, one of them's like almost a teenager.
like she legitimately looks like a 12-year-old. And I'm listen, she probably isn't, okay? I hope they didn't use a 12-year-old because Van Damme kisses her and that's weird. But like,
She's got a baby face.
when they get like intimate, I had the ick. I was like,
Got the ick.
I got a little bit of the ick because I was just like, she looks way too fucking young. I can't do this. I'm out.
She had her first child at 2.
Apparently. Because like, yeah, because so here's the thing. Thank God I had watched this before, but like I legitimately thought he fell in love with one of the kids from like a family. I know that's not what happened.
How dare you? Well,
like,
you know
like,
that it's not one of the kids because there's that amazing scene where she hires him.
Where she has like the country accent.
And she only has the accent for that one scene, by the way. And she's like,
I don't know if I can trust you.
I don't know if I can trust you after my husband died. And she never has that accent again. I think the director was just like,
when she's standing
please don't.
When she's standing next to her like quote unquote kids, like she looks like a kid herself. And it's fucking weird.
So it's a good thing they had that dialogue for you. Otherwise, you'd be like,
thank God, because I'd be like, oh, okay, now we're going into.
There's just like 2 teenagers and 1 baby.
Oh, cool. Van Damme's a pedophile in this. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Post-apocalypse is rough.
It can be, I guess, but holy shit.
But
yeah, so they
keep showing these flashbacks of like how she hired him. They escaped the city, whatever city they were in. They went to a farm. They stayed there.
Well, like,
they fell in love.
Everything was fine. They fell in love. They built a life together. And you can tell time has passed because the bangs are gone, right? So now...
Well, he's sad now.
Yeah, because he didn't have his long hair anymore. And so...
He's sad about the state of the world.
Because the blue-eyed wonder comes in and, like, hangs... Okay, so this is another reason... Like... Another scene that doesn't make sense to me at all, and you just have to really stretch your disbelief here. How the fuck does barbed wire hold up 3 fucking people?
The only I assume is they put him in some fucking bucket.
Yeah, but
and they like and they wrapped the barbed wire around.
But the barbed wire is holding them up.
Yeah,
Alex. How is the barbed wire holding them up? It would snap almost immediately. 3 fucking people?
Fender, the blue-eyed wonder.
That's like close to like 300 to 400 pounds.
He's got that
strong barbed wire.
He had the good barbed wire on hand.
So because what they do is they hang them over the well, which is one of the dumbest ways to like do like a tour, like a I'm gonna kill your family scene.
Because basically what they do is they hang them over the well and they give one of the daughters
the barbed wire rope.
They're like, you want them to live? Just hold this.
Hold them up. Yeah.
And so she has to hold the barbed wire, and of course she's like a fucking 10-year-old. So it slices her hands and...
Now, why doesn't he die?
Drops...
Why doesn't Van Damme die? Because, I mean, if there'd be no movie if he died. But, like, both
too good.
Both of the other ones get annihilated.
By, like, fucking weak.
By dropping down a well, and he just crawls out like it was nothing.
He crawls out mildly hurt.
It's just okay. And it shows them at the bottom of the well.
It shows their dead bodies.
They're just like smushed at the bottom of the well. I know I'm laughing, but it's they like you have to like pretzel your disbelief with this fucking scene because they're just like They got fucking destroyed at the bottom of that well, and he is just like, he just crawls out and he's like, I'm fine.
That drop killed him. Well,
The only thing I can think of, and this is morbid as fuck, is he like landed on top of them.
Well, don't forget, they tied the son and the mom together, and he was kind of like slightly separated. So the mom and son just pretzeled, just fucking pancaked each other.
So Van Damme smushed them
probably
into the bottom of the They broke his fall. Is that canon?
That's why he's so bitter.
That's why he's so bitter
for 5 minutes of the movie.
He smushed his love, the love of his life, and a little kid.
I also think it's worth mentioning our blue-eyed wonder villain. Apparently,
are you saying it has the daughter?
No. When they made the movie,
because that plot line goes fucking nowhere.
It's fine. It's fine. Our main bad guy has a goofy villain voice. That's ADR'd.
It's very
and
funny.
they also, I mean, look, they wanted ADR's voice. That's their choice, whatever. But every now and then there's a scene where he's clearly not talking, very blatantly not talking, and they ADR some stupid shit because they think the audience is made up of literal fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene with Van Damme's now grown up daughter who's part of his gang, and she sees something, and it upsets her, and he like looks at her, and they have him ADR like, "What's wrong with you?" But his mouth doesn't move because they think we're stupid.
Did you also notice the random like Australian accent he got?
Don't.
For, like, 2 seconds?
I have no idea what the fuck that was all about.
Like it was like it's one scene and it's for like 2 seconds.
Oi, I got your boat. I don't know.
I got your boat.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then it like goes away completely.
But what's funny to me is they cast this guy, right? And apparently they made the movie.
No. Hey, credit's where it's due. This guy looks intimidating. He's a big, buff.
He's got the look.
He's got the look. He looks good.
He has been in like other movies. Like I know he was in Point Break, other stuff. But
he's
what's
like
funny?
A surfer guy.
Yeah, real life. I think he's from New Zealand. He's a surfer. But they cast him in this movie.
Maybe the "I got your boat" was his actual, like they forgot to ADR
But it was the goofball voice. This is weird.
Maybe it was him like attempting to do the hard voice.
Well, what's funny is they made the movie. They had a test screening, and apparently nobody could take. Apparently, they thought his real voice didn't sound in any way, shape, or form intimidating, like at all. They straight up test audiences were like, this dude's voice is like the least scary thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So they ADR'd his entire role,
right,
and gave him like fucking Monster Man voice. Yeah, and it leads to the most hilarious, one of the most hilarious endings I can think of.
Are we already to the ending? Are we just ripping it?
Before we get to that, let's talk about the bit where the movie gets
where it kind of goes like it's actually pretty decent.
The movie gets passionate on you. Crucifixion.
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Van Damme Christ. Okay.
Yeah. You're a little sacrilegious here, but it's fine.
They have this fight in an abandoned factory number 2.
So just a quick mention on the fights before we get too into it. I have never seen such like frantic.
Yes, you have.
I have seen it, but like what I mean is like
in the last 20 years.
What I mean is there's frantic, stupid, fucking like quick cut editing fight scenes, but then there's also like long drawn out like full take fight scenes. So in
the same movie.
What I was gonna say is like the whiplash of like you get both. I've never seen it's been a very long time at least where I've seen a movie where it does like both the bullshit quick cut like close up people reacting to punches like bullshit fighting and the actual fighting of like two guys who know martial arts and are like doing a long take of them doing martial arts. It's so fucking
in the same movie.
It's so fucking weird because when we get to the final scene, I have a ton of gripes with it because they do the bullshit quick cut editing at the final scene.
Oh, yes, they do.
So fucking much. It reminded me of watching like the later Resident Evil movies.
Or the later Taken sequels.
Yeah, the later like yeah, it reminded me of that memed scene where like Liam Neeson's jumping over the fence.
And it's like 20 cuts.
It's like 20 cuts. That's literally what they do in the final scene. Anyway, the crucifixion.
So they capture him.
Yeah, because there's a fight and they gang up on him and there's a ton of them. And because he tries to save the android, and the android's like, Cyborg.
This scene is.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, so he gets to her
because they have no fucking idea how to continue the movie, and this is how they do it.
So he gets to the cyborg, and he's like, okay.
No.
She's like, no, I can kill him when I take him to Atlanta. It's like, let me go. And so he just takes his the woman who's been tagging along with them. And is like, okay, bye, bitch.
So then immediately gets captured.
But then, as they run away, he gets captured, and then Fender crucifies him, and then they repeat as he's crucified. They repeat all the family flashbacks, and you see the full scene.
Oh my God!
The full scene of them in barbed wire, them falling down the well, and he's thinking about all this and getting pissed off. And he beats the fuck out of the, it's like a ship mast that they crucify him on.
Yes.
And he beats the shit out of it with his leg and breaks it and gets free. And then he...
Well, it's weird. So this is another stupid thing. Because, oh my God. I'm just thinking of better movies, but anyway. Because, the girl gets, she gets knocked out, right?
Yeah.
And apparently she was knocked out the exact same length of time that Van Damme was knocked out because when he falls, she cuts the rope and she's like,
she shows up.
I told you you'd need me. And it's like, what? Again, convenience.
Convenience.
Just pure convenience that she happened to be knocked out the exact same amount of time that he was knocked out. We don't know if it was days. We have no idea. Or she was just watching him be crucified.
I think she was watching him. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
But it's but the implications there are weird too, because why didn't she try and get him down?
No idea.
She's just like, nah, I'm gonna let him do it himself.
He's like, you know what? He can do it.
I'm gonna fucking watch him.
He can knock down that wooden pole by himself.
Down with the patriarchy. Down with the patriarchy.
Like, you know what?
I'm gonna watch a man do it himself.
I want to know if he can pull it off.
Yeah. Listen.
And then once he did, she's like,
all right, bet.
Got him.
He's one of the good ones, and then cut his ropes.
And then she frees him. And then we get our big showdown on
oh my God.
Abandoned City set number 2.
Fuckle your seatbelts because this is a doozy of a fucking fight scene.
So, oh my God, fucking decades ago. Well,
nothing can prepare you for the laughable scene.
Decades ago, back in the day when IMDb used to have message boards for every movie.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Please,
rip.
Bring it back, please.
Internet movie database, please bring back.
But I remember on the message board for this movie, there was a post on there that was literally just all caps, ah, and then you click it. And the remaining message were just incoherent screaming noises, just ah, and then end credits, and everyone was laughing at it. And if you watch the movie,
it's true.
That's what you get.
Well, here's the crazy part is there is so much screaming before this scene.
Oh yeah,
because every one of the cronies that is behind
the bad
blue
guys.
Eye guy, offender. They all just yell and grunt and sharpen knives for no reason. And every fight scene is just a bunch of yelling and grunting, and every chase scene is a bunch of yelling and grunting.
I don't know if we explained it enough, but the girl who held the barbed wire and like couldn't hold it and let everybody drop in the well. She like now she's a grown up.
Yeah, she
is with Fender's gang.
Yeah. Even though she looks the exact same age as Van Damme, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like
because all they did with him is they removed his bang as well.
But like they clearly don't understand like what ages people look.
No.
So anyway, she has joined the gang now, right?
But at this point, she is starting to have severe regretty spaghetti.
Yes.
Okay.
This scene. Okay, so her storyline, quote unquote storyline, is like 5 minutes. It goes like fucking nowhere. Like they bring it up and they're like, oh, like she's gonna be pretty significant. She's not.
No, she just at the very, very end of the movie, she goes off with Van Damme after he delivers our cyborg to the lab. She wanders off with Van Damme to wander the wasteland.
Sure.
That's what happens.
Yeah. But anyway, so she's joined in and
they have this, so there's a big fight.
She has the necklace, the fucking saint necklace, and he recognizes it,
yeah.
Right? Because she wore it this whole time.
She's been wearing it since she was a kid.
Yep. And so, and she thought he was dead.
Uh-huh.
Now, you think this is going to go somewhere, it doesn't. We've already explained that. It's like, anyway. So, Van Damme shows up. They're at the factory, right?
Uh-huh.
And we get like a final showdown. It's in the rain, and it's like
it's all blue
puddle, and it's like clearly a sound stage, but it looks kind of cool because there's
it's all decorated,
blue lighting and rain everywhere, and like destroyed buildings. It's like they filmed a better post-apocalyptic movie, and then decided to just use that set for this movie
for
too.
Like a 5-minute scene. Yeah.
Yep. And so they start their fight, right? So he fights off a bunch of other people. The woman fights off like another woman in the fucking most frenetic, stupid ass, quick cut bullshit editing.
There's a lot of shots where people are fighting, and it just cuts in the middle of like a punch to just the most like incoherent close up imaginable, and it'll show it for a millisecond.
I do have one more scene to bring up after this, but we've already started on the final scene, so we'll do that. There is one shot that I think is the coolest shot in the entire fucking movie,
yes.
And I think it deserves to get flowers because it's so fucking well done, and I wish the whole movie looked like that. If only. So anyway, he makes his way through all the cronies, right? The woman, like his partner, makes her way through the cronies as well. There's a final showdown, and they start fighting, and it's like
just screaming and bullshit and like quick cut editing because clearly the bigger guy, the blue-eyed guy, cannot fight. He's not a martial artist.
He's not a martial artist because they do the thing where every time he swings, they will cut right before he connects with like Van Damme's face,
and then it shows Van Damme
getting knocked back.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing with Van Damme because, again...
back and forth.
Again, I'll say this till the day I fucking die. Use martial artists in your fucking movie if you're going to make an action movie.
Well, especially if you're going to have them fight hand-to-hand.
Yes. Don't do this quick cut bullshit. It looks stupid.
Because it's just... dumb. We've already seen, like, in the same movie, you've already had people punching each other.
Yes.
Like, we know it's possible.
Yes.
So, yeah. But there is a funny tidbit to add because they do this fight.
And he's screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
He's yelling, and he's like pulling out knives out of fucking nowhere. Like he has like at one point he has like 2 knives and then he pulls another knife out and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why is this movie so obsessed with knives?
And then he stabs him and you think it's over, and it's not. Fender's still alive, and they go into like a little...
Well, it's not like a quick gotcha thing where they like, throw a knife at him and he's dead again. No, they have a full other fight scene.
They have another fight.
The most boring, bland, milquetoast building you've ever seen.
It's just a building with like chains on the wall and like a hook. And eventually, Fender gets kicked right into the hook and he impales himself on it, and it finally kills him.
And you're thinking to yourself, like, that's weird. because, and I know what you're going to bring up, so that's why I'm saying this. You're like, you see them fight in the building, right? And you're like, that's weird. The other fight scene seemed pretty climactic. Seems pretty
final,
right? Like they're in the rain.
Yeah.
It's like all this like cool lighting. They like worked really hard on like making it look as cool as possible. They're both like soaked in water and like both shirtless and fucking like beefed up, and like they're like,
that's how you end the movie.
It's very climactic because he kicks him in, and there's this final scene where he stabs him finally. And I think he was supposed to say a final line because he gets right up to his ear and says nothing, which is
just
weird.
Screams.
Or he screams and growls, like he's like, and then the guy falls back, and you're like, okay, now he's gonna walk off with the girl, and then it continues, and you're thinking to yourself like, why the fuck did they go into a bland ass building, and that's the final scene?
Reshoots.
Yeah, good old studio reshoots.
Oh, there's supposedly there's lots of reshoots attached to this movie.
I guarantee.
I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at it.
This movie is Frankenstein together. I guarantee.
Because they apparently originally they were like, wait, that's it, that's the fight.
Yeah,
and then they're like, you need more, bro. You need more shit.
Well, what can we do? We can't really add a fight scene. It's like,
so they did.
They added a fight scene in a bland building.
They added a little scene in the building.
And it just, like, the sad part is, like, because you're dealing with people who don't really know how to make a movie, it kind of takes away from that, like, final climactic battle, because it just doesn't make it worth it.
Yeah. Because
when they're fighting, Fender is supposed to have a big, gaping, fucking bleeding hole in him.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the fucking stomach.
But it's nowhere. He just insta-healed. He's just like fucking Wolverine over here. Like, just fucking just heals up. And, like, he's just fine to have another fight scene. And it just makes no sense.
And then the girl that he's been with, that Van Damme has been traveling with the whole time, she dies. Fender kills her during this final fight scene.
It's so unceremonious, though,
and it's very like unceremonious.
He just like stabs her randomly. They don't leave any time to like have this emotional beat or anything.
Well, they try to like have it after the fake out, after the second portion of the fight scene, when like, you know, they see her dead body and it's kind of sad, but then like immediately, it cuts to the lab in Atlanta where they deliver the cyborg, and she's like, oh, like, you don't want to join us? And they're like, no, and Van Damme wanders off with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then the movie just ends. It's like they were just like shit, end the fucking movie.
I mean, to be fair, I was kind of like in the fucking movie. How embarrassing that one of the main characters just gets killed randomly in like 2 seconds, and then doesn't even, like, they don't even care. They just leave her body like it was nothing. Like, she is like probably one of the most altruistic characters in the entire movie because she convinced Van Damme to go.
Yeah.
And she did it just out of the kindness of her heart.
Yeah, like no actual...
Like, there was no motivation for her to actually do it. She was just doing it to do it. And she dies so suddenly and with no emotion. There's like literally no emotion there. She doesn't get any music. She doesn't get any
quality.
Like, she doesn't get any slow-mo. She just dies. He just stabs her. She falls in the water and they forget about her.
Albert Pune joint.
Like, holy shit, dude. I almost couldn't believe it because I was just like, that's like the second main character. Like,
pretty much.
She really is. Because the cyborg is supposed to be the second main character.
Well, the cyborg is in the title.
They had the dumbass thing where they finally got to her and she's like, nah.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
I'll kill Fender myself.
And I'm like, what?
And then
I'm like,
doesn't.
You're doing a bang-up job right now.
Well, the funniest thing is after all that crap, where she's like, I'll do it myself. Don't worry about me. There's that scene of her walking through the woods with Fender, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. Like, you think you'll kill me when we get to Atlanta. You won't. Like, it's like, okay. What was the point?
There was no point.
It's just
that's the problem.
It's punching you in the dick.
That's the problem. There is no point. There is literally no point. Just like, let's just face it. There's kind of no point to watching this movie unless you really like Van Damme. Because let's talk about, to finish off this entire review, let's talk about the coolest shot, because Van Damme can do the splits, because that's his like signature thing, is using his legs. If you've seen Van Damme, you know the fuck what is going to happen, because he kicks a lot and he does splits a lot.
It's in the name of the other movie he did this year.
Yes.
Kickboxer. So.
Hint, hint.
Hint.
So they're in the sewers, right? And they're going through, and of course they're screaming through the sewers and fucking
trying to find him.
Because the woman, his partner, is knocked out, so he sets her down as like kind of like a trap almost. And you can see he disappears, right? So they're walking through. It's like this big guy, this big burly guy with like jerry curls walking through the fucking sewer, and like he's like looking for Van Damme. And you see Van Damme, and he's like kind of got his like arms like folded into himself.
It's this really cool shot where you just see like the barest outline of his body.
It's like his silhouette of his face. It looks like the entrance to like a fucking like Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
Like it looks so fucking cool. It's like bathed in blue, and I'm just like, why isn't the entire movie like filmed like this?
Yeah, we'll give all of those vibes.
And so the guy's walking through, Jerry Kroll guy is walking through, and Van Damme starts to sheath a knife, right? And then it pulls away, and he's doing the splits over two like beams, and again it's still like just silhouetted in like the blue, and he's like right over the guy with like the knife while doing the splits, and he just like you can see his face, he gets all angry, he yells, and then he stabs the knife down into the guy's throat, presumably. It's fucking awesome.
It's great.
I'm just like, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, did another director step in and it was like, I got this scene? Like,
possibly.
Like, I don't know. Like, because I'm like, that is not the movie we watched. That scene is really fucking cool, and like, I will probably watch that scene again. Will I watch Cyborg again? No. I don't. There's no reason to really watch Cyborg again, because it's just kind of a throwaway action movie. It's really
the whole reason I originally watched it all those years ago is because I was doing a Van Damme marathon.
The only reason I'm the same way. It's like I watched it because I liked Van Damme,
and it was like
it was a movie I hadn't seen
but
before.
It's like you look up this movie and you see that low ass fucking rating, and you're just like, ooh, oh no.
Like, oh,
but maybe I'll like it. Like, you know, there's lots of low rated movies I like.
Yeah.
It's post apocalyptic, like it's cool vibes, right?
Right.
And then you watch it hoping, and it's just, man, the stench.
Well, and again, there's like certain scenes where you're just like, this is the movie I want to watch.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the movie you don't want to watch.
Yeah, it's like every now and then there's a really cool shot, there's a cool moment, and like you think that, like, man, it's gonna like really like grab you, and like you're gonna.
It never does.
And it just
doesn't
quite get it.
It just can't quite cross the finish line. It kind of like, it doesn't stick the landing, so to speak. It really fumbles its way through this fucking narrative and just leaves you just kind of like, you want more, right?
Yeah.
Like, it made me just want to go watch like Universal Soldier, where
yes,
it's like, okay, I'll go watch a Van Damme movie about robots where I actually care about
like an actual like sci-fi tinged action movie with
like,
Van Damme,
where like I give a shit about the characters and like it's a cool plot
and the action's
like,
better,
and like action's better, and I can at least see Dolph Lundgren and fucking Van Damme in a movie, and like I could go watch that instead of Cyborg, and I probably will do that.
And that's exactly what we'll do,
because it's a better fucking movie than Cyborg. Now again, I will say this to the day I die. I don't think it's Van Damme's fault. He was doing the best he could.
No, I will say this. It is funny Because watching this movie, even if I didn't know who the fuck this was, or I didn't know anything about anybody involved in this movie,
yeah,
it is funny because this is like extremely early in his career, and Van Damme has probably like 15 lines in the whole movie.
Yes.
But it is funny watching this because throughout the whole movie, you can tell, like, whenever Van Damme's on screen, like, you can tell, like, that's like he's got the movie star quality.
Yeah, I would say him and the villain, honestly.
Like, everyone else, like, this, like, anytime a supporting actor's on screen, it's just like, it's so fucking bad. It's just, like, so bad. But anytime they put Van Damme on screen, it's like, you can tell, like even if I didn't know who he was, like, if I put this movie on not knowing, I'd be like, you know what? I'm curious. Like,
well, like,
what's he done?
He's also got, like, that charisma factor,
yeah.
too. And, like, he looks like a leading man.
Yeah.
He looks like an action hero. And it's just, I don't know.
Like, you can tell the building blocks are there for another film that we will talk about, possibly, maybe hint later on.
Well, and like, it does get better, obviously, if you're a Van Damme fan, and like, I don't know why you would start with Cyborg, but like,
because it's very early.
If you did start with Cyborg, it does get a hell of a lot better, like, so much fucking better. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but like, go watch Hard Target, because
my god,
Hard Target is my favorite Van Damme movie, and it is absolutely bonkers crazy, but I fucking love it.
Hard Target is a masterpiece. Hard Target is a masterpiece.
It is such dumb fun that I'm just like, I don't know, like, I clap like a little fucking kid.
Like, Hard Target is, like, for me, is like, you know, it's like pure just artistry. Like, the way some people feel about, like, when they go to an art museum and they look at their that's how, and they look at their favorite piece of art. That's how I feel when I watch Hard Target. It's like, there it is.
I mean, not to spoil it, but there is a like iconic scene, and this is the scene I always think of when I think of Van Damme, where he unsheathes his fucking leg. He's
because
wearing, like, a duster.
But see, Will, the problem is that Hard Target is made by, like, a guy who is
like an actual director,
one of the greatest action directors of all time.
Yes.
And this movie is made by a bunch of goobers.
Yes.
So they don't know these things.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's unfair to, like, compare those two, obviously. But I'm just saying it does get better.
But
like,
because, like, you have someone who knows how to make an action movie, they know the language of action. They will do stuff like that, where it's like, instead of unsheathing a gun, he unsheaths his leg, because that's the weapon.
Because they understand.
They know.
I don't know. Now we're getting kind of off track, so let's end Cyborg with Shitty and Pretty.
Oh boy,
a 4.
Yeah,
I think a 4 is a good.
4 is perfect.
I think 4 is perfect because it's not like egregiously bad. Like, it's not unwatchable.
No,
it's just like, it's kind of just a shitty action movie that you don't really want to watch.
I just wish it was more consistent.
I do too. There is no consistency. And honestly, the editing makes me want to vomit sometimes.
Yeah,
so, like,
I mean, because it is an action movie, and, like, bare fucking minimum.
So we've seen worse action movies with better editing than this movie.
We've seen dumber movies than this
with better editing
that have better editing,
better action scene,
and that's painful.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. So that's a lot of the, like, my gripe with it is, like, if you're making an action movie, let me see the action.
Yeah, I need to.
Don't hide it from me, and don't quick cut the fuck out of it. Like, don't, like, shred it. It's like you took the film and just put it through a fucking shredder and then tried to paste it back together.
It's like if you go to a ballet.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see the dances, right? You want to see the movements.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it, like, juggled up into 50 shots. Like.
Yeah. Why would you want to do that?
Same thing.
It would be like watching it'd be like watching a ballet and, like, having a shutter on your fucking fucking eyes.
Not only that, but every time you see them, it's a different angle.
Yeah. When, like, it's a shutter, but it's, like, longer than blinking, right? So every time you close your eyes and open your eyes, they're in a different position.
It's like, wait, what's happening? What? I don't know.
I don't know, fucking idea. Anyway, If you want to watch Cyborg, I mean, it's a good launching pad for Van Damme.
Look, I do know there's people who do enjoy this movie. More
I
than
enjoy the ridiculousness of it to a certain extent. I don't think I'd watch it again.
No,
but it did make it more watchable. Like just the stupid bullshit that the villain pulls, and like just all the like stupid shit and inconsistencies and plot holes really kept it from being like a movie that I would, like a bad movie that I would want to watch again. So it just was. I found it more frustrating than fun.
It's not quite consistent enough to be like, dumb movie that you can really just like sink your teeth into.
Like a so bad it's fun kind of movie. I don't think it earns that title.
No.
It's just kind of a bad movie.
Yeah.
So so that's it for Cyborg. Unless you have anything else you want to bring up.
Nah.
Okay.
On to the next one, baby.
For They Mostly Come Out at Night, this has been Will.
This has been Alex.
And we will talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah!